Hello there, Doshiteru Yokoso YouTube to this Fall of the Samurai 3v3. I did promise you that I was going to bring you this. Now, do keep in mind that this Usui Pass battle between Wolf, Snake Eyes, Eben, myself, Ban, and Tadashi was recorded in the beta. Excuse me. It's not like the game right now, and the reason why I haven't been able to get the game is mainly because I've been having some PayPal issues. For some reason they don't want to let me buy it, but I'm trying to get around that, maybe use a credit card, I don't know. I will try to get it by the weekend, hopefully. So yeah, all is good. But this is a really cool battle. It was a 3v3. It sort of brought back the memories for me of, the Matsuda family and the guys. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, sorry about that short break. So yeah, here we go. The game is paused because I want to show the armies real quick. Now I know this is the 3v3, so it might take a while. Anyway, here's my army. I've got some Bokachi with some, I'll put this on slow-mo. Bokachi and some Yarikachi. And these are basically your standard sort of Ashigaru units here. They weren't really Ashigaru in this time era, but whatever. This is my White Tiger Force, basically the cheapest musket troops that you can get in Fall of the Samurai. Not very good stats. Over here in the middle, I've actually got a melee army here, and the only reason I've brought a melee army in Fall of the Samurai, not a lot of bows, not a lot of muskets, is because of the fact that I have allies. And we'll talk about this a little bit later. Here's my general. He is dressed in red. Well, his general is. And this, my friends, is Matsuda Kagemaro as he grew old. He came to witness the matchlocks that were brought in an era before, and now he is coming to witness the fall of his very own samurai. How will Matsuda Kagemaro deal with this? Over here is another Yarikachi that I've brought to sort of support my backline, and my best infantry or line infantry, which is my Infanterie. I don't know how to pronounce that. Infanterie de Marine, I guess. These guys have got some cool caps on, so that those are them. And then I have some Yarikai, who are really like Yari cavalry. Ban, who is in the center in these black flags, he has 2 units of Yarikai, which I think may be hidden. No, here they are. They are at the front. No, they're over here. So does he have 4 of them? Yeah, he's got 4 of them. I'm gonna pause here because something is gonna happen. And then he has a lot of these red bears and white bears. And basically, I'll talk more about the differences of these units in videos to come. Red bear infantry have 35 accuracy, 40 accuracy, 35 reload, but do better in melee. They have 8 attack and 6 defense. The white bears have 7 attack and 5 defense, but they have better reloading and better accuracy. And then the black bears are superior. But anyway, we'll talk more about the black bears when we look at Tadashi's army. More supporting units here by Ban. He's got some spear levies and red bear, and then his general. So nothing too drastic, just a standard line, and then some spear support, pike and shot basically. 2 units of Yarikai on the left and on the right for Matsuda Tadashi and or Flawless. And he does have here towards the middle his red bears, and you can see these guys have been upgraded. They've got reload skill, and he puts his stronger units on the flanks. And this is his black bear. You can see black bears are the worst in terms of how they attack in melee, but they have the better musket stats. So white is sort of in the middle. Black has better musket capabilities, and red has better melee capabilities. Black beats white beats red. So you can see white and black line infantry for Tadashi. He's got 2 white bears here on the flank. And then he's got his Yarikai. And that is our force. I'm going to put this on slow motion. Over here you've got Hawk Wolf, who's got 2 Yarikai. He's got some Matchlock Kachi, which is kind of weird. Some white bears, just a standard line as well here. And then he's got an infantry to marine in the middle of his battle line, supported by 2 spear levies. And there's another Matsuda Kachi. That's weird. He's actually bringing matchlock units. In their middle, they've got Snake Eyes, who also has some white bears, and then more white bears. So he's got a very powerful middle here. And then he's also brought some Katana Kachi, which is intriguing. It's intriguing to see how the tactics are going to develop on Fall of the Samurai. But you can see here that I've brought my units up on the left flank, and I'm starting to exchange fire with this Carbine Cavalry unit. And this is what the Carbine Cavalry looks like. This army here, the black flags with the red, with the yellow Mons, are owned by Evan. Evan has some Tosa riflemen, and these guys have a 150 range, which is 25 more than the standard units. There's his general. I think he's a pistol general. No. Yeah, he is. See? He's got a pistol. I think they all have pistols. Could be wrong. Anyway. The rest of his army is composed of these Azuri Dragon Force units, who are a little bit cheaper than White Bears and Black Bears, but also do worse. He's got some Black Bears as well, but this is when the action is going to happen. I tell Ban that basically the side of our opponent is a very, it's like a juicy target for us, and we're going to ram 4 of our cavalry units here directly into the flank of our opponent, and this is going to cause some crazy mayhem over here. So this is going to be some good stuff. You can see our cav pillages its way through his line. A lot of blood here, and I don't know why my computer is acting up. Do excuse the ping discrepancies. And you can see here now he's bringing in his general to try and salvage the situation, but we've got a nice flanking advantage. So you can see that the battle has started here on their right flank and our left flank. Basically, we charged with our cav towards the side of these units, and they weren't lined up quick enough to be able to react much. We are now dealing with some supporting cavalry. This is Snake Eyes cavalry, and Snake Eyes is the player in the middle. And you can see while this is happening, I'm going to try and use the chaos and use my Katana Kachi to push their flank backwards. And really, when you're playing team games, it's all about positioning. The player that's going to be able to get the better position wins. And you can see that Ban is actually microing on both sides here. He's going to slam into this Matsuda Kachi, and then he's going to be met by wolves. Yarikai. So it's a Yarikai versus Matsuda Kachi versus a Yarikai battle. Kind of interesting to see. The main line engagement has started. You can see that Tadashi is now taking blows with Hawk here. So the center hasn't really engaged, but both flanks seem to be engaged rather well. The armies are sort of tired. Almost all of the armies are tired. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I just had to unpause and check something in the background, and apparently I did have Chrome running, Google Chrome, my browser, so that kind of messed up my replay. Anyway, hopefully we won't be getting any lag. So Ban's Yarikai now are trying to fall back out of the engagement, and you can tell from the minimap, as I said, that the two flanks have engaged. The centers are sort of not, but the way it's looking now is that our center is a little bit more thinned out, which is really good for situations like this, because if our flanks have any success, we're going to be able to quickly envelop our opponent, which is obviously what it's all about. So you can see now Ban is starting to move his troops towards the middle, and I told him that I was going to support from the trees here with my Katana Kachi. I've got them in loose formation. This is the best place they can be in a musket line. And you can see now our opponent Evan here being pushed back so far behind, and I'm just keeping him away with these units here. If I were him, he should have sort of ran to the right and maybe tried to get a double flank on me, but he's not going to. And now look what's going to happen here. These lines are going to be firing into the trees, only getting 9 casualties on one unit. So that shows you how effective tree cover can be. My Katana Kachi are going to be striking at this flank, and at the same time Ban has lined up his troops. So you can see that we've sort of separated a wolf and the player in the middle, who is Snake Eyes, from their ally. Tadashi here is doing some great concave action. He's lining up his units in a nice little circle, and you can see some beautiful smoke effects here. There are fountains of blood. So you can see that these units are having some great success on Tadashi's flank. In the middle, Ban is also having some success. He is devastated the front line of his opponent. And you can see his opponent is actually going to launch a very good cav charge. It is going to launch to land in the middle of this white bear blob, but Ban is going to reinforce with his own cavalry, and here's the cavalry engagement for you guys. One thing about Fall of the Samurai is I really like the skins that these units have, and I really like the smoke effect. It's really beautiful to see. So here are some more white bears from Ban, and you can see that I've sort of descended from the trees, and here's my own general, and I am trying to support my men. These units here of Snake Eyes have sort of fallen back, and I'm not ready to push up just yet. He's trying to bring his Katana Kachi, but they're going to rout, and now that they have fired their shot, I'm going to run forward, bring my guys up, and try to support the remaining units. You can see Tadashi complete success on his flank, and there was a huge line battle. I think this was the biggest line battle in this fight, and from the way the bodies are lined up, you can see that there was a nice concave that Tadashi set up on his opponent. And a good tactic that Tadashi uses that you should probably use is place your better units on the flanks. That way they're going to be doing more damage to the flank, and you'll be able to wrap around your opponent much quicker that way. So the center and the left flank is beginning to completely collapse. Their left flank has already completely collapsed, but now their center is beginning to fall to joint attacks from Tadashi, myself, and Ban. And the last player, who is Evan, was sort of pushed away at the beginning and sort of, I guess, intimidated of approaching us just because we had better health position and we did have more units than him. So he does have a lot of units remaining though. So we'll see what he is going to do with it, but realistically, not much. So here we go. He's going to be trying to line up his troops, and what I have here are my White Tigers and my infantry du Marines, and now these guys are pretty good. They've got 72 reload skill, 77 accuracy, and you can see that they're pretty good in melee actually. 12 attack and 7 defense. So I think this was my best veteran in the beta. So here they are. They're going to be running forward with the very shitty White Tiger force. Now these units are just a waste of money. I really don't see any practical use for these guys. But I do still have my bows. My bows have taken some good casualties, but they've only killed 20 men. They've just been there to sort of pepper my opponent and sort of piss him off. Now these Dragon Force units look cool, but they're one, aimed the wrong way, and two, unfortunately get beaten by the Bear infantry contingent. So let's go ahead and speed up the fight, and you can see Evan is now falling back into the trees. Not really much to expect at this point. We're sort of moving in from all angles, and he's going to fight though. He's going to fight till the last breath. He's going to take up positions in this forest over here. You can see he's lined his guys up here in the trees, and the trees are going to give him some good cover, and now you can see some of them are beginning to sort of go invisible. Some of them are beginning to open fire, and these are the Tosa riflemen that have 150 range. You can see I'm just running forward, and Van was sort of waiting for an opening, and his unit is going to bravely charge into the enemy lines here. They're going to get destroyed before they land. They lost half of their men, but now they're going to be charging in, and they're going to be doing some havoc. Oh, that must have hurt. That must have hurt. More action happening here, and again, the game looks stunning visually. And now I'm going to flame my arrows in an olden manner against these musket units, and oh, the screen got bloodied there. Oh man, so that cav charge wasn't very effective. In fact, that one cav unit sort of got decimated by those Tosa and Adore combined arms. I'm still firing at them. My bows got 5 more kills, yay, but now you can see that this unit, which is my White Tiger force, finally got in range and is going to start shooting at my opponent. But you can see these guys are getting taken down very quickly, oh, that was a headshot. I'm pretty sure that was a headshot. And more blood on the screen. So you can see that these guys here in the trees have been giving me a lot of trouble. and they're sort of destroying my white tiger as my white tiger goes up. But at this point I decide, you know, I'm just gonna sacrifice them. At the same time on this side, I did bring up my own men. Here they are, and you can see that Tadashi is also firing. He's got a rapid fire on these units. So quickly, this forest is going to become covered with smoke, covered in blood, drenched in the sweat and tears of these units here as they make their last stand. And you can see now my infantry to marines are firing literally point blank onto these guys who are somehow bravely holding their line bravely, but soon enough they are going to get broken here. You can see both of them are routing after my own infantry sort of closed in the trees bravely, and now we're shooting at the running away units into the trees. So visually, Fall of Samurai is looking really well, looking better than I think Shogun ever did. But in terms of how the gameplay is going to pan, I haven't played it long enough in beta, and as I probably will get it, I'll play a little bit more. But I'm personally not a big fan of muskets, but you know, I'll give this a shot. I probably won't enjoy it as much as I did Shogun Vanilla, and I guess we'll just stick together and sort of wait for the next melee based Total War. But don't get me wrong, this is going to be a great game. Looking forward to covering it here on GD Gaming. Leave a comment and a like if you guys enjoy the video. I do read all your comments, and I will answer any concerns or questions you have. Suggestions on random things are going to be great, and stay tuned on GD Gaming because we are going to be hosting a GDT, which is going to be Gamer Dudester's tournament for Fall of the Samurai. And unlike the old one, which was limited to commentators, this is going to be open to any subscriber of Gamer Dudester. So if you're a subscriber of mine, you can submit your name into the tournament. I will talk more about it. I'll make a special video just for it. If you have any questions about that, save it till that update video. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the fight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.